Yo, what's up? It's your guy Marc Papers, back for another episode of Gelato Talk, the highest podcast on YouTube. You already know. If you like this podcast, make sure you hit that sub. Today I want to talk about skill set. Today, 2025, you probably don't have to be the most skilled person to be successful or to reach success, right? Because success is relative to you. Whatever you believe success is, then that's it, right? Like my goal, my dream was to be a rapper. Like I wanted to be a rapper, like full time. And when I was able to make music and then upload it and put out my albums, put out my mixtapes, put out my singles, do shows, sell merch, get royalties, have a label, everything, right? I really got to live my dream because I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do, which was just be a rapper. You know? But I had to build my skill set up, right? You know? To get to my goal. You know, I think that a lot of times people think that they just stumble upon success. And I think if you ask any real successful person, they're going to immediately tell you that their success, they didn't skip any steps. They really built it from the ground up. They built their success by one step at a time. You know, they built their skill set up. Many times in life, you need to put the time in to be better, you know. I don't want to just keep going back to the music, but like when I first used auto-tune, like we didn't know how to do it. We didn't know how to use it. You know, I use it a lot different now, a really different way. But I had to practice. I had to try it out. I had to make songs. I made a lot of stuff that wasn't, to me, that good. At the time, it was really good. But now, compared to what I could do now, it wasn't that good. But it's the skill set. You know, always learning, always growing, always trying to make myself better. It helped me get to this point, you know, to even speak on camera. I think a lot of times people don't really like to make videos and stuff because, you know, it's kind of difficult. It's not as easy as it seems, right? Like we all watch music videos, we all watch content, but when it comes down to creating it and making it and editing it, you know, it's a different story. You know, it's something you got to build up to. You know, and I always, from even being back in the day, like as a kid, like I'm the type of person that, you know, I took my basketball outside and I dribbled all the time. Even if I wasn't going to ball that day, I was going to dribble. I'm going to work on my dribble. You know, I'm going to work on my skills no matter what, all the time. Like, it's just, if you really want what you say you want, you will put the time in to do it, and it won't be a problem for you to do it too. And I actually want to stress this to anyone that's a parent. If you have children, especially if they live with you, right? Like my children do not live with me. However, what I do is for them. Everything is for them. So I do it a certain way, right? Like I can't go online and show my ass. You know, I can't go online and have an OnlyFans and have explicit content on there. Like, you know, I've actually had those in the past, you know, to get people to come in, and I tried to put exclusive content on their music videos, my ghost references, you know, but people wanted to see something else, but I refused. I said no, right? Because my children are gonna see this one day, right? I don't want them to be embarrassed when they in their school or in their friend circle, and nobody wants to date them when they get older. So it's the things I consider, So building my skill set is the best thing for me to do, because that way I don't gotta show my ass, right? Like if I really know what I'm doing, Dr. Dre calls me, we in the studio. I'm like, oh, hey, can you actually put a long tail reverb on that last part? Oh, can we like increase the compression a little bit? You know what I'm saying? That's what gives you confidence, because I know what I'm doing. You know what you're doing. You know where you're, what to come about. And for black people, you watch this podcast, I'm speaking to you specifically. Sometimes you really skilled at what you do. We be finessing the game real wild, right? So why not finesse the game or use your aggression? Just bring your swagger to the game, to life, to your endeavors, and it's gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times I think people, I always say trucking, I always say plumbing, I always say electrician, right? Those are great careers, not jobs, careers. Those are great companies to own, to have, to manage. You can pass that down. If I'm a master electrician, if I'm a master locksmith, a master plumber, right? I can do any of these things and just give it to my children after, right? Like give the business to them. We have a certain amount of clients that we work with that know us for our reputation, right? Going back to that OnlyFans reputation, and they trust us. So I can give it to someone else and the name, right? How many times since you've been growing up, Nike switched CEOs? How many times has Apple switched CEOs? Has companies switch the way their logos up and stuff like that? You still buy their stuff. You still rock with their stuff because you trust the brand. You trust the reputation. They always give you quality. They always give you that good. You know what I'm saying? Tammy always give you that good, so you call her. When you call her, you pick it up. It's the same type of deal. But the skill set, it's the more you build, the more you grow, the more you learn, the more you add on to what you know how to do. It's like a stacking. So you reach this level, and now this is something that was difficult at first. Now you know how to do it mad easy. My SP, right? Shout out to Roland. Took me, I would say, 20, it took me maybe a year and a half maybe, to learn how to make beats and to get one beat out of this machine. I wasn't working on it every day, but every week I worked on it, right? And yeah, it just took a while to learn it because it's not typical. It's a different way to process to do it, But I knew I wanted to get there because I knew once I learned how to do that, well, now I could do different stuff, right? I could make better production. I could use the machine, and now I could use other machines. I'm more nice with it because I learned how to do something else that's along with my stuff, right? Like I just keep building everything that pertains to my original goal, right? Like you want to be a fashion designer, then you should learn about fabrics, and then you should learn how to style. You should learn about different trends and styles over the last generations and decades, and you should attend shows, and just everything you do pertains to that. Then it builds, it's a snowball. You're building your skill set, and you get to where you want to go. It's a beautiful thing. It's like, at the end of the day, life is gonna life. Life is gonna be around. Life is gonna be passing by no matter what. God willing, right? If you're lucky enough, if we blessed enough to see another day, to keep going on, even if it feels shitty, and I know it sounds really cliche, but if you woke up to breathe another day, you blessed. You have another chance to try again, to do something else, to keep going, to keep building, to keep growing. Just a little bit more, and then you stack up. It's good to always track what you do and then look back. I'm like, oh, I made it here. I'm at this level now. I'm doing that. You're doing that. A lot of times in life, we overcomplicate things. And I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking to the community. I want to call y'all hustlers. Like, if you watch this, you a hustler. Like, we all know that this world, you can't just live off your paycheck. You gotta get more money than that. You gotta sell a little something on the side, and so it could be food, it could be music, it could be some clothes or whatever. Sell something else, make a little extra cash. I'm gonna pay these bills with this. I'm gonna pay the phone bill with this. I'm gonna pay the Wi-Fi with this. Just make a little extra change, Relationships are good too. If y'all go in, I don't know about 50-50, but her paycheck should chip in too, right? She pay for something, she take care of some stuff. Y'all should be looking at your money as a whole, right? If I make 80,000, she make 40,000, then we make 120. What are y'all doing with that money together? Give her some of the 80, she'll give you the 40. Simple math, man. Economics, dogs. Simple. I make things the most lowest common denominator so that I could understand them, and so that I could take them and eat them bite by bite, little by little. Like I can eat an elephant, B. Just give me the time, like one bite at a time, Just pass me the spoon, B. Real talk, Again, if you like this podcast, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Skill set. So if I work a lot alone, but a team is great, right? Because you can bounce ideas off others and they can see how you work and they see your growth more than you can see it, right? Like, if you go to the gym every day, you're not going to see it. Like, you need to, someone else is going to say, oh, yo, you look good. You're getting bigger. You're getting slimmer. You're getting, however, right? It's more muscular. It's not something you're going to notice because you see yourself every day. You know what you look like. So just having a squad to build that team off of, and the skill set, the skills, it makes you like, okay, well, I know where I can improve on. And if y'all being real with one another, right? Like, I think I'm cool with my friends or whoever telling me real shit. I wish they would tell me more realer shit. I feel like a lot of times people hold back and they don't want to tell me the truth. Just be real, or say, hey, I think MP, what's going on? You alright? You ain't been like yourself, or hey, what's going on with this? You ain't consistent. Like, that's what you want. You want that realness, that toughness, right? It's gonna help you grow. Iron sharpens iron. Let's be real with one another. I'm not gonna see you bullshitting and then congratulate you like, oh, yo, you killing it. Put the fire emojis when you ain't drop a song in 8 months. And I seen some artists do that, some rappers do that. Like, yo, I ain't gonna cut it, bro. I don't even see how you extending that amount of time and not creating anything. I get itchy. I go too long without rapping. I start rapping in the streets, man. I start pulling up a cipher. I pull up to bingo. I start spitting to your grandma. I'm gonna get these bars off. you know, because it's inside me to do. I've done it so long. It's just, it gives me strength, gives me energy. It makes me want to wake up and keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? So, if you type of person that you're working on some entrepreneurial stuff, or if you're in school, training, learning, great. Keep building your skill set. You fuck with this podcast, you already know, leave a like, comment, sub it. You already know. Get you.